Hey, what's up? It's you, it's me, it's Spookleye here, folks. And folks, we are here today with a powerful how-to Pokemon. And I don't know even what I'm doing, I'm just like spazzing out on camera right now. But that is because, folks, I've got my facts written down this time. But no, due to popular demand, I am doing a how-to chain fish. Now, for those of you who don't know what chain fishing or consecutive fishing is, it's a magical procedure in which you fish in a certain spot for a long period of time to catch to increase your shiny chances. This method has been proven to work, and it's an interesting method. Now, the things you're gonna need, folks, I'm gonna get into that, but first we need to find a good spot. So let me think. Where can I go to find a good spot? Tell you what. We'll fly over to, where's a good water-based route? Somewhere good. I don't know if you can catch, I'm pretty sure you can catch stuff in Pacific Logtown, but there's not really a cornered area. No, there is. I know where I can go. Because, folks, the reason we're looking for a certain cornered area is because, now this is an actual interesting thing I didn't know till I looked it up just now. If you fish in an enclosed space, kind of like how this little section right here is. Kind of like this little section, or even better yet, right here. Right here is perfect. Can I fish here? I can. That's awesome. If you fish in an enclosed space, it increases your shiny chances. Now, that's not the only thing that'll increase. I mean, not your shiny chances. It'll increase your chances of catching Pokemon. Cause, folks, this is an important one. Like, you'll see it on our right, where the rules are for what to do and what not to do. Pretty much, every time you catch a Pokemon, it increases your chances for a shiny. This has no specific odds on it, it seems, because I've looked through it, I've checked it. There's no specific odds on finding a shiny in that range. All I do know is that it increases every time you hook a Pokemon. Now, what breaks this chain is kind of tricky. This is where it gets a little hard, and this is where it gets bad. Number one, you can only fish in one spot. You can't go to another spot. So let's say we're fishing right here, and you know what? We aren't catching anything, so we go down to like right here. That chain is broken. We can't catch anything right there. Next, if you reel in too fast or too slow, pretty much if you do not catch a Pokemon, that chain is broken, because consecutive fishing, it means it's a chain. You can't break that chain. So every time, you have to catch the Pokemon constantly, pretty much, to make sure you get that chain. The other thing is not getting a bite, because sometimes you won't get a bite, folks. It could be for a list of reasons. You won't be able to get a bite, though. So just remember that. I remember hearing somewhere that a chain of 40 usually is when it's maxed out for your chance. It's kind of like Poke Radar, but in exchange you can't move. So it's like a standing still, Poke Radar for lazy people. But no, this is one of the easiest ways to get shinies, and it's one of the fun. I've heard it's pretty fun. Now, what you need, folks, is simple enough. I'll have to bring up the bottom screen real quick so you guys can see what we are gonna need. So, folks, what you're going to need just 3 Pokemon, really, maybe 4 if you want. You're going to need a Pokemon like this Octillery here that we caught recently, with either Suction Cups or Sticky Hold. Now, the reason for this, folks, is Pokemon with Suction Cups or Sticky Hold, as the ability, as you can see, negates all moves and items that forces switching out. That means, folks, that normally, like, say you use U-turn, it won't work. But outside of battle, it increases your chances of catching a Pokemon on a fishing rod. That's actually really handy, and I'll put some popular examples of what Pokemon carry these abilities. Popular, useful Pokemon that carry Suction Cup include Octillery there. There's Malamar. There's Cradily. Those are popular Suction Cup users. Pokemon with Sticky Hold. I know for a fact Gastrodon carries it. I'm pretty sure. No, not Garbodor. I'm trying to think of I'm trying to think of at least one more Sticky Hold Pokemon, but I can't give you one off the top of my head. I know Gastrodon's one of them. I know there's Gulpin. I think Gulpin is too. So there's Gulpin and Swalot. They have Sticky Hole too. So those are pretty useful Pokemon. But you have to make sure they're the first Pokemon. I can't stress this enough. They have to be the first Pokemon in your party, because then if they aren't, it's not gonna work. Sorry, folks, I had to check on something. But the next thing you're gonna need is, this isn't really what you're gonna need. You're just gonna need it if you want to get around. Is a transport Pokemon like flying or surfing. Today we've got our Talonflame here, Mama Bird. She's a Talonflame, but she's our fly expert, and she's also our heavy hitter. Because say we run into something that Octillery can't take down, then Talonflame is going to be our Pokemon for it. And then the last Pokemon you're going to need, if you do run into that magical shiny, is a Capture Specialist. I will get into making a Capture Specialist at one point, folks. Right now I'd like to cover all the bases on shiny hunting and stuff like that first. Or if y'all want me to do the Capture Specialist video, you just say so in the comments. By the way, folks, speaking of comments, don't forget to go like this video, because seeing the likes makes me know that you guys want to see more how-to Pokemons. You guys want to see less how-to Pokemon. You want to see a certain kind, post in the comments. You want to follow along, make sure you don't miss them. Go hit subscribe. Shameless plugs. But yeah, we have our Capture Specialist Sinji the Gallade here with us. So we'll get into how to make one of those at some point. But right now, folks, I'm going to try my hand at it. So watch, folks. I'll show you how it's done. And this actually helps out a lot if you have a headset or something to hear it. Like a good example would be if I turn this up a little bit. You'll hear it get a little louder. It'll get a little louder, folks. It's because I turned it up I turned up the sound in the programming so we can hear it. That ding, whenever the second you hear that ding, you hit A. Folks, that's like a must. And you see we ran into a Whalmer. Now you could run into a ton of different Pokemon with surfing. You could fishing. You could run into Skrelp, Horsey. You could run into... Sorry folks, I thought I heard something. You could run into, off the top of my head, Krabby, Corphish, Whalmer, which we just ran into, Corsola. A lot of Pokemon. So while you chain fish, the odds could be whatever, as long as you make sure you reel in. That's like the most important thing. I'm gonna try and go till we catch something, but I can't promise we'll catch something, folks. That's the only downside. It's not a 100% proven thing that you'll run into a Pokemon. But thankfully, this charge shot's level 50 anyway, so I doubt we're gonna have a problem with it. So folks, while I do this, I'm gonna try to get to a chain of like, let's say 20. And you see, if I keep it up, I'm probably gonna skip ahead a little bit if I don't run into it, just to show you all we can run into a shiny. So if there's like a huge skip, that's kind of why. So just gotta keep going. But yeah, folks, pretty much this is actually a very fun method. And I never like tried it until I watched someone do it firsthand. You see, we reeled in too slow. That broke our chain. So our chain of 3 is gone, folks. I kind of hate to say it, but we're gonna probably have to skip ahead till we run into something. When we run into I'm reeling in too slow. It's because I can't focus. I'll be right back, folks. After we run into something, don't worry. Maybe it got harder from Generation because X and Y must have been easy. He was doing an X and Y, wasn't he? Yeah. He was doing an X and Y. Oh my God, we got it! Finally, folks. Finally, welcome back to the thing. You probably saw a minute or two before this. We finally found that damn shiny. This took, what was that? 100 and... Hang on, I gotta add it up here, folks. Because if I show you all on the camera, I got my little notes here. I did 80 and then I had to erase it all and put it on thing. So plus 80 plus this, so that's 85, 90, 95, 100. So 101 encounters. Finally, folks. Finally. So this is kind of proof. It took 101 encounters to get this little one. I'm kind of happy it's a Tentacruel, and I'm kind of happy it's female because I know what I'm going to nickname it. It's got acid spray too, so that's kind of interesting. So, folks, pretty much it avoided it. Holy shit, that's actually a pretty speedy little fucker then. There, asleep, false wipe. But yeah, folks, this is pretty much how it works. There's not really much else to it. Just keep fishing, and you'll get it eventually. Where's a dive ball? Dive ball would work perfectly. Ooh, a critical capture too. That's perfect. Perfect way to end it. Folks, I'll say right now, this is a powerful Pokemon we just caught. Because Shiny Tentacool and Tentacruel look awesome. And I'm happy that we encountered it on the video for y'all. But I think it's time we end it off here. So folks, I'm going to nickname this little one real quick. Let's go with... I'm always a stickler for Disney, so... Ursula. There we go. There we go. We got Ursula on hand. Now the only downside to these guys is you can't, unlike Dex Naving, IVs, it's usually just one IV, as is the nature. You can bring a synchronized Pokemon like we use for our live streams. We use our Mew, our Shiny Mew, but that usually doesn't work too well. So folks, I think there's nothing else to really say. That's how you catch a Pokemon. It took an hour and some change, because it took an hour and like 20 minutes to catch this Pokemon, and that's with a broken chain, because we broke our chain by accident, our first chain at 61, and then we had to redo it. So folks, there's nothing else to really say other than I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you go swipe that like button. It shows you appreciate the content. You want to see more of these how-to videos. And folks, ooh, it's great as his attack. It's not bad. If you want to follow along the awesome videos we post on the daily, make sure you also go swipe that subscribe button. Hit him with that Fury swipes. Just like hit both buttons. Just so you can be a part of Spooktown. You can see all the awesome videos we post. Other than that, the only other thing I have to ask you, folks, is if you want to, what's the next how-to is you want to see? If you guys don't vote for it, the next one's probably going to be either Horde Hunting or Dex Naving, because I don't think I have a Dex Nav video. If I do have a Dex Nav video, I'm just going to say it's something else. I'll choose another hunting method. Maybe even Soft Reset, because I know Soft Reset a lot of people ask questions about. So folks, without further ado, I'm Spookleye, and I think it's time I get up out of here. So folks, see ya! Peace!